know that.
Does ring a bell,
Yeah, I don't.
maybe.
We've played so many festivals now.
We're very
You know,
old
we're
now.
kind of a big deal. So it's hard to even keep track. But I'm happy to be here right now. I can tell you that.
Is it being a Northern Soul interview without mentioning your dad, who is Northern Soul's theatre editor? That's Chris. Is he a big supporter of your music and your band?
Yeah, very much so. No, he is.
Yeah.
No, he always introduces me as my son, the rock star, and I always have to correct him.
What do you tell him?
Just like tone it down a bit. Not quite rock. I mean, it's somewhere. Really silly ones. One was Anubis.
Right.
One was a Dress to Kill, and then we just decided we needed something new, and we wanted to research what translated as brand new.
It's far north of Manchester.
I've been closest, and I will tell you for why.
I will also answer yours for one. You go.
You can go next, Casey. I've got the tiny mic. I used to work in Swinton.
You know, it's not raining even though we're in the north.
I know, and I've brought a raincoat, obviously. So of course it hasn't rained. If I've got a raincoat, it doesn't rain.
Yeah, it's really good. Head for the Hills. Was it always Head for the Hills? It was something else. It was Ramsbottom Festival, yeah. So Ramsbottom Festival was one of the first festivals to give us a little a shot, really, and like we played the smaller stage the first time and managed to get a decent crowd in there. And then when we were starting to
Been on out with Guy Garvey from Elbow, and I mean there was a long list of people that you'd supported as well. So what's it been like singing with Guy Garvey?
Oh, that was amazing because I'm a big Elbow fan, and his voice is just, I just love his voice and his songwriting. And he played one of my songs from my album on his show on BBC Six Music, and I happened to be listening to the show at the time, and I was just going for a walk in the park. I had to go hide behind a tree because I was so I was crying just hearing someone like that. And then walking into we went to a rehearsal together and just singing with Guy Garvey and hearing him just kind of harmonising with me. It was just really surreal, and he's a really nice guy as well. After we finished the rehearsal, he was like, "We're gonna get the beers in then." So, yeah.
That sounds like a northerner. So we've talked about festivals. I want to know more about you guys. You mentioned Manchester, definitely sure. Tell me where you're from, how long you've been going, and what is Manchester to you? He wants to do that with the tiny mic.
You go first, Ham.
Well, we all live in Manchester, obviously, but we are from England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, and we all met in Manchester. We're an international band. All met in Manchester because we went to university in Manchester, and it's one of those really rambling stories. I'd like to say it's like, oh, we all just met in the supermarket and we were like, we should make music, but it wasn't that. We knew each other from another band, then we found Sophie playing her eyes out at a gig, and then we found the lovely Katie, because we were looking for a third singer, and we saw her singing another performance, and she was just stunning. Voice of an angel. So
absolute voice of an angel. We did our first gig 2 years ago in the summer at a home in Manchester, and it's just been the most wonderful journey. We've found like a really good group of women, and it is like a never-ending therapy session in the car on the way to gigs. But we're all there for each other, and what we do without each other, our lives.
I know. I know that you obviously toured across Europe. You've opened for some you did Pixies, didn't you?
yeah.
Castleford Bowl.
Morrissey this year, yeah.
And Morrissey. Tell me about Pixies and Morrissey.
Obviously, big two icons, and like Morrissey in particular was a big, and the Smiths were big heroes of ours. We'll put politics to one side when we're talking about that, but yeah, I mean, it was incredible, and the set he did when we supported him in Leeds was just like incredible. Like I've seen him perform live before, and it's been more focused on his sort of more recent solo material and whatever album he's promoting at that time, as most bands do. But it was a great set when it's like seriously career spanning. I think he's doing some shows in New York as well, at like more of a sort of full career retrospective. So that was cool. And Pixies was, I think we did 2 dates at London what was it? Roundhouse. London Roundhouse and Cardiff Arena. So yeah, pretty cool. I know, you know, cool band to support. Hopefully we picked up some fans there. So yeah, good. I mean, we'd spent a long time. We've been in a band 10 plus years, or however long it is, and we spent a long time not getting any support slots at all. And then more recently, we're out with Shed 7 in October as well.
Oh.
So yeah. So yeah, so like all good opportunities to try and win new people over. So yeah, good.
You know, and when you type it in, we're easy to find on the internet, which is good.
Yes.
So that's where Denova came from.
And so what kind of music are you, for people who haven't heard you before?
It's electronic alternative pop rock. It's a few things. That's the best way to describe it, isn't it? Because it's pop songwriting, but you got all the rock sensibilities, and then throw in a load of electronic synth and drums, big choruses. That's what we're about in it. Want to add to that?
Yeah, we like pop music. We also like emo music and rock music from back in the day and stuff. So we just try and bring the best elements of both of those different types of music into our set.
Okay. And just one final question then. So we're here at the beginning of September, though it's probably the first day that's felt like summer in ages.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it.
No. And what is next for you then for the rest of 2023?
So we're releasing a song in 3 weeks called Change, which went down really well.
It was really good.
But, you know, I always get everyone singing that one, and I'm always scared to do that, you know, when you try and get someone to sing. Yeah. And I was like, I hope they sing, please. But everyone was lovely. So we're releasing that in 3 weeks, and then we're actually heading...
break and in terms of you not being head for the hills 6 years ago, I suppose. So tell me what you guys have been up to then and what you've got planned.
Well, we had a bit of a hiatus, didn't we? Like after we'd finished the Big Balloon tour and all on the festival season, we just we didn't say anything. It just kind of felt natural to have a bit of time off, and then it got to 2020 in the lockdown. I kind of got to the point where we were like, why aren't we doing this anymore? And that's when we kind of started up again, because we didn't have much else to do. So why not give it another go? And it was a really, really good thing to kind of keep us all. I mean, we didn't live that far away, but obviously in that time we weren't allowed to see each other. Yeah. So yeah, we started working remotely at that point. And then since then we've got like a hub now that we can all meet in weekly, which very handily in our guitarist garden,
I was gonna say, don't mention addresses.
I won't mention where it is.
It's in the north.
It's somewhere in the north, yeah. So yeah, that was great, to kind of get going again, and we toured earlier this year, and it was again whilst we were doing that, it's like, we love doing this. Why is it taking us so long? But at the same time, there was an enforced break. But maybe if it wasn't for COVID and lockdowns, maybe we wouldn't have done another album. So.
Good evening, parade! We're the lottery winners. It's nice to be at Head for the Hills. Is anyone feeling worried? 'Cause I'm not. Hey! Yeah, I'm okay.
Also, you've had some fantastic collaborations. I'm thinking Boy George, Frank Turner, Shaun Ryder actually. Tell me, what was it like working with those guys?
It's just incredible, isn't it? Like to be even like in the same room as those people that you've grown up, on such a pedestal. Like they're all legends of the game. To be trusted with like Boy George's legacy, just to be like that song that I wrote is in his catalogue. It's like pretty crazy, really. And Shaun Ryder's an absolute legend. He was good in the studio, wasn't he? Shaun Ryder. Yeah, it was interesting. Being in the studio with Shaun Ryder is exactly like what you would imagine it's like.
Everything you'd hoped for.
Yeah, it was. Well, we just didn't even think he'd turn up. Like we thought we were being pranked. And like someone was just gonna be like, obviously he's not coming. But then he came, and he came for the video and that, and we're like friends now. And It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like we've made loads of friends that are also like our heroes, and we don't take that for granted.
No, it's a weird feeling, but one that we just like feel so special.
We're always playing it cool on the outside when we're talking to him, but inside I am just like, oh my god.